What's up guys, it's me 64 and welcome back to episode 2 of Skyblock. Now episode 1 was quite a long time ago, and so it'll be in the card and screen, and it'll also be linked in the description for your convenience if you want to go ahead and watch that. Anyways, this is where we left off after episode 1. Reasonably large island, not very small at least, and we gathered quite a few things, and we went to 1, 2, and 3 of the outer islands. And I need to make sure that I don't kill myself by stepping in these berries here. Anyways, today I definitely want to head out to a new island. You can't really see them that well from here because it's night. But that doesn't matter that much because I wasn't planning on going there just yet anyways. For right now, I want to do some resource collection because I noticed that we were generally just a little bit low on resources. I've done a little bit of resource collection here and there, but I don't want to keep on waiting for the trees to regrow. So decided I want to do something actually useful whilst I'm waiting for my resources. And you might notice here that, well, our storage is sort of trash. We have a chest up here with a bunch of random stuff in it, an empty chest, then another chest over there. That chest is actually floating as well, so that's pretty useless, right? Now, I crafted a bunch of barrels, and why barrels, you may ask? Well, because they can hold the same amount of items as chests, but, they're a lot cheaper, and they're actually a full block. Chests are not a full block, so these are much more useful to use. Anyways, I'm going to expand backwards in this direction over here, and just build up some simple storage for us to use. And would you look at that, whilst I'm building up the storage area, we've had a wandering trader spawn. And these are going to keep spawning throughout the entire playthrough, which means that it doesn't matter if I kill him. And that means that I am going to kill him because he will give me lead, he will spawn right back, and we can't trade with him anyways because we don't have any emeralds. But these are definitely going to be very useful later on. Well, because the trees back at the base are sort of reluctant to grow, I decided to do something which I left off with in the last episode, and that was go to the jungle island. Yes, here it is. It's just as big as the other islands, so really small. And this island is probably going to be the most useful one to us. And because the wood, no. Because the vines, no. Because of these things, yes, the cocoa beans. And I'm gonna, chop down this entire tree, harvest every single cocoa bean, and then I'll explain why they're actually so useful. The large tree back there has been mainly chopped down. Well, for the largest part, it has been chopped down, and we have 42 jungle logs. It's still half standing, so we'll get another 42 about. Anyways, we also just had another sugarcane grow in the meantime, which means we now have 4 sugarcane growing. I know, it's a lot. Anyways, it's time to, let these jungle logs grow and to let me show you what they can do, because it is absolutely insane. Okay, so I think that a perfect place to just put these would be right here. There we go, just like this, and then we can put another few just like that there, and then we can mirror that right on the other side. So there, that's what I believe. Yes, that is correct. Place a few down just like that, and then we can place a few more on top. And I'm gonna expand this later even more, make it 3 high and things like that. But we only have 8 cocoa beans, so that's sort of unnecessary because we can't plant that much. So the reason why these cocoa beans are so overpowered, well, for them to be overpowered, we will need a composter. Yes, this is the key to everything. And, well, these crops you see over here, they're very slow to grow. They're barely providing me with food. As you see, I only have 5 wheat, 1 bread left, which is not a lot. And now that's where these things are going to come into play, because, you know, well, not only can they provide you with food, but they can grow extremely fast, allowing me to grow this extremely fast. Let me show you what I mean. So we can just place the composter down over here temporarily. Well, that's not actually a good location, because if I break it, then it's going to be a waste of everything I put inside of there. Okay, I wanted to make a bit of a hotspot here anyway, so I can place the composter right there. Perfect. Now we just need to wait for these to grow, which isn't going to take long at all. As you can see, a few of these have grown, and a few is enough just for the demonstration. And as you can see, I also harvested all these once, and I replanted a few of them back here, just to expand this out a bit. Anyways, we can quickly harvest these, just for the demonstration purposes of how this is going to work. And this is like, they're just going to be a cycle, which we are going to keep on doing. And now it's going to involve the composter, and oh wow, that I really butchered that word. Anyway, the composter is going to make us bone meal, and then bone meal is what is going to make us thrive. Yes, thrive in this place. That is what is going to happen. Anyways, now you could think, well, you know, we can just compost these cocoa beans, and that's absolutely fine. Well, no, we're not actually going to compost the cocoa beans. Oh, no. We are going to make cookies. Yes, that's what we're going to make. We're going to make cookies. As you can see over there, 16 delicious cookies. And if you craft, you know, 2 wheat and 1 cocoa bean into 8 cookies, that is going to give you more items. On average, it's going to give you more bone meal than if you were to only put in the wheat and the cocoa beans just separately, which is why it's a good idea. And anyways, let's fill this up. There we go. And as you can see over there, that is our first bone meal. Let's make sure that doesn't fall into the void. There we go, that's our second bone meal. And what was that? That was 4 wheat, and that was just 4 wheat and 2 cocoa beans, because we still have 4 left. That is how much that was, yeah? So, you know, that already gives us 2 bone meal, and then we can use the bone meal to, you know, further grow our wheat. And of course, we're going to have an excessive amount of cocoa beans now. But once we can fill in this entire little plot over here with wheat, then it'll definitely start to speed things up a bit. Anyways, for right now, I'm just gonna let all this grow a bit, let this grow as well. Then once most of these cocoa beans here are grown, I'm going to expand this, and I'm just gonna finish the storage area over here. Well, you know, I said I was going to do all this off camera, but then I decided to show you something which is really worth showing you. It's I'm going to expand actually downwards here, because, you know, these cocoa beans, I want to expand 1 layer downwards, and the way I'm going to do that is by using water. So we can dump our water over there. Then I am really going to put away our bucket, because the bucket is like the most precious item that we have. You know, I'd rather die than actually lose the bucket here. So, we can get into this water right over here, as you can see, and then we can actually get underneath and, you know, expand the cocoa bean farm. I'm not entirely sure if we can reach the last one. Yes, we can. And we can just come back up for a bit of air. There we go. Then we can place a slab over there. Then we can expand downwards like that. And then one thing you need to be really careful of is that you don't actually take away your own water source and stop your water from flowing down, since that can, like, if you stop your water source, then you're gonna die, right? And that's something you don't want. So we can just go like that, then we can quickly take away that one. There we go, and then boom, that is being expanded one layer downwards, and I'm gonna mirror that on the other side now. Anyways, guys, sadly, I'm running out of time, and thus I think that this is the end of the episode. However, we have been able to accomplish a lot, and oh wow, look at all this wheat that is just growing consecutively right now. That is amazing, and as I was just going to say, you know, next episode we're definitely going to expand a lot. We're definitely going to expand our cocoa bean area a lot. That's what we're going to focus on. We're going to capitalize on the wheat, which, oh my goodness, is growing so fast. We're going to make tons and tons of bone meal. As you can see, this episode also we made a beautiful storage system, which, you know, is not very beautiful just yet, but we're going to make sure that it will be very beautiful in the very near future. Anyways, that was that for today. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.